I was told by the administration in Jamaica that the church doesn't deal with searching out the scriptures for the fulfillment of biblical prophecy. They're too busy with church business under neo-colonialism, global financial colonization. That was very disappointing to hear, but also glorifying. Because when I turned to my Ethiopian brothers and sisters in faith, expecting them to receive the emergence of a righteous Ethiopian Orthodox human rights prophet in fate, destiny, they denied that the Menfis Kitos, Holy Spirit, of Iesus the Christos, was gifted in baptism to every candidate. According to the oath taken at ordination to become an Ethiopian Orthodox priest, they were instructed to guard this sacred trust until the second advent, when the Ethiopian Messiah shall demand it back from them in spiritual, intellectual, tewahido, oneness. However, as an Ethiopian Orthodox human rights prophet arises to demand this sacred trust from the clergy, instead of testing the spirit of divine Ethiopian truth in a human rights testimony, they reject our lawful human rights demand for sacred trust as a grassroots human rights ambassador extraordinaire and plenipotentiary at large for descendants of African people. Therefore, they're no longer credible Ethiopian priests by neglecting their sacred vow. They've been indoctrinated and certified with the Jesuit Antichrist spirit, professing that Yeshua the Redeemer arose 2,000 years ago already, while we're all still living under neo-colonialism by Jesuit deception and geopolitical tyranny. Prophetically, the Ethiopian Yeshua must arise from amongst our brethren of the Ethiopian Orthodox faith, as it is the only monotheistic tradition that can still coronate Solomonic kings in the information age today. 2 Thessalonians 2 tells us, "The whole world must first be deceived by a man of lawlessness on earth, before an African child of tremendous human rights fate, destiny, could arise to conquer the son of perdition and his global financial works, neo-colonialism." However, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church in Jamaica suffers mentally and psychologically from whitewashed Jesuit images superimposed through modern-day rituals under neo-colonialism, putting faith in Eurocentric icons that are supposed to be sacred symbols for the Afrocentric fulfillment of biblical prophecy to come. Hebrews 11:39 states that, although all the biblical prophets had good testimonies with the Almighty, none received the divine promise which is now given to a chosen seed, African Yeshua, the Redeemer of biblical prophecy. This is for those of us being saved today from neo-colonialism in private humanitarian diplomacy, so that we the people may be diplomatically saved with all the biblical prophets through the exercising of human rights wisdom and divine sovereignty, political free will. The divine reality belongs to the chosen prophet, Yeshua the Redeemer, without Jesuit papal rivalry, who, with human rights sovereignty, will be rejected by peers, despised for speaking truth to political power, and will still challenge the credibility of the ungodly vicar, for-profit position at the Vatican Unholy See. For it is a great woe to the priests of the one true sovereign church of Seyume Exeaber, if they seal up the coronation ritual for Solomonic kings to arise and don't allow anyone to enter if they appear prophetically wise, even with human rights works of global unification under international law that will topple neo-colonialism by surprise. Yet just as they have sovereign power to crown the Abunas in ordination rituals, they can also crown an Ethiopian Orthodox human rights prophet as a human rights bishop of souls over an autonomous congregation of people. Yeshua the Redeemer is the very end of the sacred human rights covenant of fundamental equality for all today, a sacred gift to humanity freely given by the divine Ethiopian wisdom of the UN lawgiver of the 20th century. For Yeshua the Redeemer must arise from the commercial abyss, system of commerce, politically destroying the credibility of the man of lawlessness, and shutting down the pedophile sanctuary of exonerated Roman Catholic bishops. The Menfis Kitos, Holy Spirit, has commissioned me to diplomatically challenge and collectively overcome the geopolitical Jesuit status quo under neo-colonialism legally and lawfully. Therefore, we are now politically strong enough to charge and convict the modern world under neo-colonialism and irreligious Jesuit terrorism by casting the man of lawlessness into political exile, a lake of fire, permanently. Together with the sovereign will of the people of African descent, we can redeem the modern world of social democracy, political choices, with a living Solomonic remnant upon the imperial throne of David in Ethiopian jurisdiction. For Yeshua, the Redeemer has appeared in flesh, to eradicate the Jesuits' rule, with human rights accountability and international political judgment, decision-making, in full glory, magnificence in law, and is destined to give unto thee who do his human rights will. If you would like more information, please contact kingdomofthebrazite2020@gmail.com. In human rights solidarity, give thanks.